say in a minute.
All right. Let me see. Let me turn this down a little bit. All right. What's up, buddy? How we doing?
Doing good. Huck says he's trying to get on here. So
Huck trying to join? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the holiday Christmas live stream here. Got myself, gonna have Huck, Degen Ripped. Got buddy Josh here, 047 Sports and TCG Cards. Both of these gentlemen's channels are linked down below in the video description. So if you haven't checked them out yet, go do that. Go down into the description and go subscribe to their channels. Great people. Good. Been a minute for me. Haven't made a video in 2 or 3 weeks. Well, probably longer than that. I don't know. It's been about a month. It's going on about a month. Just been super busy.
All right, we're in.
Yeah, we're in. We're live. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. All right, let's do it. What's up, guys?
What's up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I apologize.
No worries.
Oh no. Let's see. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know which one's better. We just kicked it off though. I was just rapping here about kicking off the intro.
All right.
So everybody getting ready for Christmas? Everybody good?
Yes, sir. We got it.
Right.
We got the goods. We got the goods.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yours came in the mail today. You got yours and Josh's. We're gonna be doing a Christmas exchange. We bought we had a budget set for all of us to what do we set it at? $25 or something like that?
Yeah.
$25 per person and trying to stay within budget. Yeah. So and I'll be interested too. Anybody in the comments, like if they ever, I asked you guys in June about doing this, and I do this locally with my friends, doing a Christmas card exchange. So I'm hoping you and I and Huck do this every year, but I don't know if other people do this. To me, it's a normal thing, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a thing, but
well, for sports cards, this is new to me. Like having friends in the hobby to be able to do something like this. It's pretty cool. It's a good suggestion. I appreciate you including us in on it. So, how about you, Huck? It's your first go around with something like this for sports cards?
For sports cards, yeah. My family does. I think it's called like a Chinese auction or something, when everyone gets a gift and puts it on a table, and you draw a number. And then you take whatever your number is, you go up, you grab a gift, and you could either open it or you could grab someone else's gift and they, exchange it. So like it's better to go last. And if a gift is moved around twice, then it's like, that's it. No, you can't steal that gift. And it's like, it's a good family bonding tradition. There's a lot of fights and pettiness, but it's very funny. And we do it every year. So that's a pretty fun thing.
What'd you say your family calls it?
I think it's called a Chinese auction.
Okay, yeah, there's so many names for it. Like I've heard we do a white elephant or the dirty Santa.
Yeah,
there's a couple different names for it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to start with that, or do you want to wait a little bit and talk about some things, or you tell me where what
I think I've had this for months. I just want to open it. I've had it for months.
Is that from Josh? Yeah. Josh sent his really early, didn't he?
I sent my gifts to J Mac and Huck in September, right after Labor Day. It just happened to be too when I actually purchased both of their gifts from the same dealer. So, and it's kind of special in that way too. So, but yeah, if we want to go ahead and do that, we can.
Let's do one. Huck, since Huck's very eager. He's a young man.
I only got one, so
I had this since September.
He's super eager. Let's let him get his out of the way, and then we'll talk some, and then I'm gonna put you on solo layout.
Here we go. We have Josh's gift. right here.
This is from Josh, and again, our budget was $25.
Whoa,
$25. Yeah.
An SGC sticker on it. All right, let's do this. Oh my goodness, there's like 50 cards in here.
There's 28.
Holy crap! Oh god.
All right, when he opens it,
I see a lot of Shaquille O'Neal. I gotta feel this. And man, Shaq, he is. The more I've been watching the NBA this season, he's in every other commercial. It's insane. He's in Pepsi. He's in Papa John's. The General.
Him and Snoop Dogg. They're in every commercial.
So here we go. How do I guess I'll just have to reveal it. So we got Shaq. Oh man, we got a bunch of Shaq.
Oh, sweet.
I'm trying to get it. Dang, this is cool. Look at all this Shaq. Man.
There's a lot of Shaq rookies and inserts.
Prospect.
Yeah. Oh, holy crap. All right. Yeah, look at this. I love this. Fleer
that's cool
That's
insert.
what I'm talking about. Fleer 90s basketball.
Nice.
I absolutely love Shaquille O'Neal. I'm trying to. But yes, a lot of Shaq. What is this? 92. So is this a rookie? Oops. Is this a rookie Shaq?
Yeah, there should be.
Crap. NBA Rookie of the Year votes stacked for Shaq.
Yep.
I absolutely love 90s basketball like this. And yeah, Shaq. He's probably the most recognizable basketball player. Even more so than Michael Jordan. Like in person. If you just see him, like if they both go to movie theater on a Sunday afternoon, Shaq, like Michael Jordan could wear like a hoodie or something and some glasses. No one could tell, but you can't like Shaq. Everyone will see Shaq.
I love the tops inserts. They're awesome. Every one of them.
Is it? Yes.
Well, and a little thing about this is this person actually was like a Shaq like super collector. He had probably about over 1,000 different Shaq cards. So I know the Huck's sort of been into the 90s inserts and Shaq in general, and he just made me a super deal.
Wow!
Along with your gift, Jason.
To
get some of those, and it's all under budget now, mind you. I didn't go over budget, and that includes shipping too. So, but I wanted you to have some really. I wanted you to sort of live the 90s a little bit, Huck, and have some of those cool cards.
Hell yeah. Oh man, there's more. Oh my goodness.
How many cards you say it was?
It was 28 cards.
Oh, this
28.
There were several rookies and then some 90s insert cool.
Oh man, this one's really cool. This EX one. What is this? This one might be my favorite looking one.
Oh, yeah.
Skybox. I love Skybox.
I was trying to, that's a Laker one. I was trying to keep Magic or Heat cards. I don't think I even had any Heat cards in there,
but yeah. Oh my, like now I got an insane Shaq collection now. I love it.
Nice haul. That's for sure. And that's awesome.
Hell yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Yeah. Man, thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness, I'm Shaq rich. I can make it rain, Shaq.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. All right. So Josh had a good idea to kind of take a look back on the year, how it's been, as far as, I don't know, life, hobby, family, everything.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, this time of year, it's always looking back of like how the year progressed. And then also sort of like from a card perspective, sort of like, I always think about like what mistakes did I make throughout the year, what good things that I do throughout the year. And then, how do I take what I've learned? And two is, figuring out where I'm falling in sales and things like that too. But then taking all that and trying to move forward into the next year. I don't know, that's just sort of how I approach the hobby at the end of the year. So I'm interested to hear, I could start off if you want me to, J-Mac, but I mean, in terms of the year, there were like several times, and I will say this, I missed out. I always think about the things I missed out on. It was I could have had a Jordan Fleer authentic for $900. I could have, I could have had a Brady Chrome set SGC7 for real cheap. I could have had a dual auto of Trae Young and Steph Curry. It was a Leaf 3 of 3 that it was like $200, and I passed because I got caught up in being unlicensed, and so those type of things, I think are the things that eat at me. The huge sales that I got out of, the year with Joe Burrow and a lot of the other cards that I sold, thank God, considering where we're at with some of the quarterbacks now.
Brutal.
To make, a lot of those profits. I don't know. I think the mistakes every year, and you don't know you're doing them at the time. It's just one thing or another. And I think that was it. And just learning to be a dealer this year was my big thing too, of, setting up several times of being a dealer. I thought was really educational. And I'm really looking forward to setting up again and being a dealer, in 2024. So those are the type of things that sort of, I look back on the year and things like that. I'm interested to hear what you all have to say and in terms of stuff and things.
Yeah, well, so I know, Huck, you probably have had an exciting year because you've just been ripping all year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I tried – my biggest mistakes easily was trying to buy some basketball and then sell it going into the playoffs when the basketball market was atrocious. And I made the biggest mistake I made was the first time John Morant had gotten in trouble and his cards dipped. And I thought he's going to be in the playoffs. I think we're the number 2 seed. They're going to be just fine. They're going to kill it. And it'll just go right back up when he's in the Western Conference Finals. And I made 2 mistakes. One, he's just an idiot. And when people show you who they are, you believe them. I get his cards first time he gets in trouble. And it just never recovers because he just gets in trouble again. But gets in trouble again, he screws up in the playoffs. They choke. And so that was just bad idea all around. Just lost money on that for sure. But then I also learned if you're going to buy players to invest in, even just quick flips, like on a monthly basis, that pop count really matters. I was buying just his Prism cards, and the pop count's so high that even if he plays well, the cards will still go down because there's just so many and there's just more and more flooding the market. So I learned so much from that playoff season in basketball, so much. And it was like the greatest lesson I've ever learned because I've been doing pretty damn well since then. But that was just my biggest mistake. Just trusting an idiot. Just if someone's making news for the wrong reasons, they're gonna do it again. They don't learn their lesson. They don't. That's just they don't. And then quality over quantity as well. I learned a lot. So yeah, big mistakes with John Morant. Got smoked.
Well, a lot of people took an L on him as a whole, so you're not alone in that whole regard.
Yeah.
Well, but he could. I mean, he truly could come back and be, because people have a really
so low right now too. I mean, it's
short. Yeah, and people got such a short-term memory that as soon as he comes back, they won't even think about his stuff he did wrong if he comes out balling. But no, that's good. That's good insight. That's good perspective for sure. I'm. One thing I did this year was I just said, you know what, I'm gonna collect what I switched this year more. Well, I've got a kind of a big kind of an adaptation and adjustment through the course of the year because I started out the year I was full time selling. I was
100,000. Yeah.
100K goal. I probably hit 40K in sales because I stopped in June. You got to remember, because I got a job working full time. So I was probably tracking towards it. But the market fell off too. But I quit sort of listing as much as well. But what I did through the whole thing, even when I was listing a lot and buying collections, stuff like that, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna stop like trying to collect so much, right? So I just and I know I've been telling Josh this. We talk a lot in text, that I just basically scaled down to just a few Panthers that I collect, couple legends and they're not really legends to most. To me, to Panther fans they are, and Brady and Steph Curry, and that's really all I'm collecting now. Is I'm trying to get like, and it's real passive. I'm not like pursuing it hard. If I can get a steal on something, I'll get it. Like I'm trying to get like one of every Steph Curry rookie. It would be nice to do the same with Brady, but his stuff still sells real hot, so it's hard to get a good steal a lot of times on Brady. And then I have been the only speculation I've been doing is on Bryce Young, and even on Bryce Young, I was super selective, and like the whole football card market was such up in the air so much. Like before Panini, it was like no one even knew if a lot of these guys were going to have a lot of their key rookies. So it was, some stuff was selling for stupid amounts that shouldn't have been. Yeah. So I was real patient, and I would only buy Bryce Young, and I was really only buying in the beginning just autos because he's not going to have any autos, him and CJ Stroud, in any products unless it's Bowman or Topps. So I got a bunch of Bryce Young autos, and I was still patient, and I was like, I'm only going to buy him if I can get a deal on him. Probably the most recent one I got was this one. Topps
now.
Topps now, and it's on card too.
Dang.
On card, yeah. So, and then I showed let me see that one, and I showed you this one, Josh. This is one I just wanted real bad. This because it's the 2000
throwback.
Throwback. Yeah. So I think if he winds up ever doing anything, that would be a really good card because the Brady, connection, his rookie year was that year. So I really wanted that one, but they were selling real high, and I think I got that one for like $125 on an auction one day, which was pretty good. It's numbered to 99. And so, I really I moved back to just being a hobby after going full time. So I was sniping things that I wanted, that I liked, and I'm not really like flipping much anymore. I still list on eBay, but it's all $10 and under cards, mostly. Every once in a while, $20 card, but I'm not like, really flipping anymore. Or really trying. I mean, even when I go to shows, I went to a couple shows, and I'm looking for Brady's, I'm looking for Curry's, and I'm looking for Bryce Young, or maybe some of the Panthers, like a Cam Newton auto or something like that, Kuechly auto, stuff like that. But other than that, it's just I'm back to just being a hobby now, for me personally.
And I would say, a lot of folks, and I would even put myself in that category too, who've done a lot more of consolidation this year, dwindling it down to a certain, what you're really wanting to collect at the end of the day as a hobbyist, to a large degree. I don't have as many, a wide variety of cards like I used to, but that's a cycle too. So, I'm with you on that, J-Mac. And I know Huck's got a sort of core collection too of folks that he's sort of narrowed down a little bit this year on too. I think that's just a natural process too. I think that sort of how you evolve in the hobby is you sort of you get into so much and you see so much, and then you're like, okay, I've been there, I've seen that, I've done it. Now I know what I really want. So I guess that's what I always encourage like new folks to do. It's like get your eyes on a bunch of products and a bunch of cards, and then get it in your hands too, so what you're going to like, what you're not going to like, and what's aesthetically pleasing to you as a collector, type deals. So
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, but playing fantasy football, you realize no matter how hard you prepare and do your research and look up, as many stats as you can and make a list of guys, like some people get hurt all the time, and like that one friend that has no idea what they're doing goes to the playoffs like every year. So it's the same in football and baseball and basketball prospecting. Just like really paying attention for the last 3 years on rookies and how they turn out in all sports, you just realize there's so many just X factors that you just don't foresee, and it's impossible. It's impossible. You could have the best fantasy football draft. You still have a 1 in 10 chance of winning if you You just don't know. You don't know. You could think that a guy's going to be the next superstar, but it's so hard to win a championship. And I've just learned, just collect the guys that move you and make an impact on you. And you're not smarter than like Lady Luck and just fate. Like you can't outsmart just who's going to win it all and be the next Burrow or be the next Brady or anything like that. It's tough. So I've just kind of learned, and collecting and going after the guys that are going to leave an impact after they retire and change the game in a way.
That's why a lot of these Mahomes super collectors, they were just cheap fans buying their first round pick, and he wasn't. His stuff was super cheap year one, and so a lot of Mahomes stuff is in collections that people just bought them for pennies. I heard stories of people buying them in dollar boxes. Some of his like optic rated rookie stuff like that. They were in dollar boxes for the first year of his career.
Crazy.
Look at I was going to say, to your point, Huck. Look at the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, beginning of the year, right? I mean, everyone thought they were going to the Super Bowl, right? I mean,
not me. Not me.
You just never know. Like stuff can change literally in a week or two, especially football.
Yeah. Now I remember before the season started, the most bet person to win MVP was Justin Fields, all because they just got DJ Moore, and I don't know. That was really it. Like you're not, it's no matter how smart you think you are, and you're the guy you pick that is going to be the next great player. It's like. You don't know. It's so much luck, so much that you can't put a number on, and you're just rolling the dice.
I'm going to tell you something too that I told Huck. I don't know, it was a couple of days ago. Was when push, if you look back, just even like I'm going to say, let's go back to the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Look, 90 to 95% of the cards are not going to be worth really that much. When push comes to shove, you know what I mean? When it's the end of that cycle, everybody hits their high, everybody then it eventually low, unless you're being like Huck's saying, an all-time great, like you're remembered as a Hall of Famer. You're you have that special unique thing that changed the game or did this or did that. So I think if you keep that mindset too, especially when you're buying and selling, is like, hey, look, 95% of these cards that I'm working around day trading with, it's not going to 10 years from now, nobody's going to necessarily, am I going to really get heated over a Tua card that's out of $4.99 in 10 years? Probably not.
Yeah. Well, to your point too, that's why I settled in on Brady and Curry. Brady, because he's already, obviously he's retired, but he is the Jordan of football. And so like his price, the settling of Brady's prices probably won't play out until another decade or more, so his price discovery still has opportunity. That's one of the reasons that I plucked Brady, and then why I plucked or started really like homing in on Steph Curry was because I feel like he has the opportunity. He's right there on the cusp of top 5, moving into top 3. and listen, I know there's big names in that top 5 of basketball, right? I mean, that's a tough to move up into that kind of echelon. But Curry, he's just likable too. He's likable, and then I think he has changed the game too. So that's why and again, I know they're struggling again early on this year. They're not like coming out of the gate super hot, but it's, to me, I'm not thinking about it that way with those two guys. I'm thinking about those two guys, price discovery, and so that's why I got those two guys, and then I got my terrible Panthers that I still collect. So, that way I'll have some good, some price potential with Brady and Curry, but all my Panthers are going to be $5 to $10 cards.
Yeah,
even the ones I spent $100 on, there's a chance there'll be a $5 card.
But they'll mean that the bottom line, they'll mean something to you though.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a hobbyist, I'm just speaking from a strict hobbyist, that's what matters in my mind the most. If you enjoy looking at what you're seeing or what you have, when push comes to shove and everything's gone and we're 20 years down the road, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's really hard now, especially like from a stock market perspective, when the stock market's in a bear market, everything goes down, no matter how good the earnings or how good someone's doing, or, no matter how well a player's playing, if the market is going down, you're not going to, it's way harder to flip and do all. So it's now is the time to be accumulating the stuff you always wanted. And if it goes down another 10, 20, 30%, like, what do you care? You're not going to sell it. You're trying to get rid of it. It's down. Everything's down a lot from a year ago. So no, you really can't hurt right now buying stuff you want and to flip stuff. And it's way tougher now, even if you're so good at it, just because the whole you're going against the current, everything is just drifting downwards. So it really is the accumulation period. It's hard to flip stuff now. Really?
Yeah. Well, there will be another period, a boom period at some point.
For sure.
So like and I did say Brady and Curry, but I've always also, if I'm at a show and someone has Jordan, I always pick up Jordan too. So I've been trying to pick up a lot of the inserts that I've always wanted of Jordan, but I only buy them raw. I don't buy the PSA 10s, SGC 10, Beckett 9.5s. I don't do that. Not with Jordan. It's just too expensive. So I'll buy them. I don't even care about condition wise. Some of them I just won't. But again, it's real passive for me. It's only occasionally. I typically don't buy those on eBay. It's typically at shows when I can, kind of scoop them in a deal or package about 20 cards together, something like that. But I say that to say that there'll be another boom. It might be 10 years from now, and some of this stuff you might could sell for 10x. But you just got, right now is a time, like you said, Huck, it's a time of patience. And if you want to move some of it, you just need to sit on some of it. But some of this new stuff, you're probably not going to be able to have the opportunity as much unless it's some of the real super short print inserts, real sought after stuff, right?
Yep. And I was even, I tried to relay this to Huck throughout the year too, is like, you go back to 2017, 2018, card sales were not anywhere near what they are today. I mean, it was dead. I mean, stuff was sitting in retail, stuff was sitting in hobby shops. Like that was only 6 years ago when things were, I felt like at a bottom. And when people say the market's going down, which it is, it's nowhere near right now what it was 6 years ago in terms of a bottom. We have not gotten there. And I don't know if we will ever get there, to be honest with you, which I'm kind of glad at. I feel like it'll go down, but it's sort of plateauing. And then it'll, like you're saying, J-Mac, it'll eventually, there'll be another boom. Something will, be a catalyst to make that a boom. I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, it could be a new president. It could be a bunch of stimulus again. It could be another, pandemic. Yeah,
I'll tell you what could be a big catalyst is I haven't heard much about it in a while, but I know Adam Sandler is doing a movie about sports cards. And I don't know, could that be a catalyst? I don't know. I mean, I remember when Uncut Gems came out, and like after I saw that movie with a bunch of friends, they're all starting to place bets on sports and stuff. So like it could, it could. But yeah, I haven't heard much about it in a while, but I know he's working with those same directors that he did Uncut Gems with. And they were making a sports card movie, and he was showing up at card shows. And so that could be cool. That could be, that could be something.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be sort of like a small catalyst. Yeah. I think it has to be an overall sort of
the macro level.
Yeah, is right, 100%. Like it's got to be like a economic. When the economy is booming a little bit more, then I think, and people have more expendable income, some of this stuff can just go crazy. Some of these cards. Yeah. But I mean, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at like overall, like where you could say, I've picked up all of these, like let's just say something like a bunch of base Jordans, for $1 a piece. You could sell them for $20 in a boom era,
Yeah.
So, but
all right, I want to address one of the comments, the last comment there, CK Sports Cars.
Yeah.
Talking about low end game. Okay, so and going back into your review, and this is one thing I was going to say too. Part of the journey this year was, so as you guys know too, like I spent about, I would say 4 months this year on high end stuff, and what I consider high end, dealing with $500 to $5,000 cards. Okay, so I wanted to, get into that market and figure it out and do a lot of buying and selling and trading. I'm going to tell you, CK, and the rest of the folks in the chat is it still comes back to me. The easiest, quickest sales are still in that $50 to $200 card range of buying and selling. Did I spend, did I get in those $1,000 cards and things like that? Absolutely this year. But I'm telling you, the low end cards, what you consider low end, that's probably a little higher than low end. But the high end stuff, I don't know. It's to me, it feels a little harder to move, to a degree. And then when you do move it and you do make that profit, which is great, I still feel like you missed enough time in the card selling, process, like tying your money up in that card too long, that you were unable to maybe make some other deals that you could have, wanted to do. And that's I think the biggest holdback on a high end stuff. It's a very niche area. I enjoy working with those people because they're high end folks that deal in high end cards. That's what I've learned too over this time is you're dealing with a lot of, really cool people. But when push comes to shove, would I want to stay in that area? No. And I know there's a lot of YouTube content that gets created around high end cards and hitting, doing buying and selling, trading, all that stuff. It's not my boat. It's not what I consider 95% of the people in this hobby's boat either. And I would say people are even lower than I am, lower than $50, in terms of cards and sales. Yeah.
The only real like viable high end market that I would say is like safe is vintage, which I just don't know. I don't know it well enough to know, but I feel like you could stay in that market and be fine, right? Because stuff's not going to be fluctuating as much. But
it's like investing in bonds. It's vintage to me is bonds from a market perspective. It'll go up a little bit, it'll go down a little bit, but it's gonna stay there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rip one of them. Rip one, Josh. Open up one.
Well, I only got one. I only got.
Yeah. I screwed it up.
Huck has my card. That 6 months notice is not enough for Huck. So
I ordered a card, and it took 14 days for this person to get the card to me from the West Coast. But I got it yesterday, so I could at least reveal it to him and then ship it out tomorrow. So
so I got J-Mac's card here. J-Mac, anything you want to tell me about this before I open this? Is J-Mac's gift to me. It looks like it's a slab.
It's a card that I picked up in the collection, and then I graded it myself.
Oh.
So, and it's definitely a card that it was hard for me to release because it was something. It's a player that I PC, but I was like I wanted to give something good and I felt like this is probably over. I would assume this is over the price range, but I didn't pay. I bought it in the collection, so who knows? I might have got it for, $1 in the collection, but really? I paid grading fees. Might be $15. So I'm, but it's probably worth more than 25. So I'll say that.
For people who purchase on JMac store, always A+ shipping, packaging. So let me open this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super high end. It's not high end or anything, but it's just, I would say, I think the value is over. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to put me on single screen here.
Yeah.
I actually know, maybe you can correct me. This is a PSA 10, 2017. So this is Mahomes' rookie year. Base select. Now I know I believe, and JMac, you correct me, there's 2 versions of this card. Look, he's trolling me too. It's the card with the Jets in the background. Brady move. But I know what I know about this card too is this was only in a hobby box because
that's a field level. Yeah,
field level PSA 10, pretty kick butt. It's extra special that you graded this card. The population on this card has got to be what?
Pretty low.
Less than 30, yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah. And I graded probably, I don't know, a few of those, and it's only 10 I got of the Brady. But it's also a year where they made an error on all of the field level. On the back of it, it says Prism like it's a silver, but it isn't. If you see it, can you see it? Let me go solo layout. You see underneath field level, it says Prism, but it's not a silver.
Yeah. Yes.
So all the field levels have that. So it's kind of like an error that year.
It's up
Here, I'll go back.
It's up in the corner.
Yeah.
It's up in the corner. I know you're probably not gonna be able to see it.
I see it.
Yeah, I see.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Sweet.
Yeah. But a PSA 10 Brady, this to me, I don't know what this is more than $25.
I think it's 40 or 40, 50, something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Very, very cool, JMac. Very nice gift. And like I said, there's 2 versions of this card. And this is the red one with the Jets in the background. So but always going to keep this card. So thank you.
There you go. Yeah. Glad you got it.
Well, then we got to get JMac to open up something now from either me or Huck.
Well, let me open up Huck's. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
I bought it. Yeah. I got it maybe like 3 weeks ago. So I hope it's still over the threshold of 25.
Hey, I bet it's a Bryce Young. All right. Let me see. All right, let's crack it open here. This is cool. This is fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're watching some on replay or anything like this, I'd really do something like this with your friends. I think it's a really kick butt thing to do. But go ahead, JMac. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay. Oh, I got to put you. Let me go. All right. So we got a Kim Aquanu. That's not the card. That's one of them though. I actually don't have any of his mosaic, so that's kind of cool. That's cool. I appreciate that. And then all right, look at there they go. So Bryce Young. I've been trying to snipe one of these. I've been trying to snipe one of these, and it's a Origins rookie patches with a nice patch, and that's what I've been looking for because a lot of them are just napkin one, but this is a nice patch, man.
Yeah, that's a number. That's a number. Corner of a number there.
That is awesome. Sweet, Huck.
There we go. Yeah,
Huck did you right there. That was a good gift.
I'm still bullish on Bryce. They're gonna get him a receiver. It'll go way back. I just look at Justin Fields. They got him DJ Moore, and then all of a sudden his cards boomed in the offseason. Like people thought he was gonna be incredible and back to college form. All it takes is a receiver, and then his stuff keeps back up.
Yeah, they're gonna gut the whole coaching staff. It sounds like so.
They got to do everything.
We're gonna reset again next year with a whole new. Yeah. But I think next year, I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna fire the GM, and then they're gonna hire a new GM that'll also be to bring in the head coach, that's going to be like a whole nother deal. So yeah, I'm still high on Bryce. I mean, long term, I'm more of a, so I don't care if his stuff is up or down at the moment. I'm just trying to get cheap stuff of his, and I don't have any origin. I don't even have his base origins rookie. So that is cool, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You got it, J-Mac.
J-Mac isn't just long term. J-Mac, you got to show the tat. You got to show the tat.
Let's see it. Yeah,
that's long term.
Look at that.
Long term, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
You got the Panthers.
That's sweet.
It's been tough though. I'm not even like I told you. I usually, a lot of times I'm in church or something on Sunday, so I'm not watching it live, the game live. But like at most years, I will go back and I'll watch every single play. I'll go back and I got whatever it is, NFL Plus or whatever, the one where you can go back and watch games. But this year, man, the game will end, they'll lose, and I'm not even gonna go back and watch it. It's just not even worth it because it's just it's like me banging my head against the wall watching the game. They're so bad, So
it's a throwaway season.
I don't think there's enough money in the world for you to pay me to get a Jets logo on my body.
I kind of regret it. It's a bit. I'll say.
On you it works. On you it works. No,
it's a bit. I regret it a little bit. I regret it a little bit. If they get sold to the London Panthers or something,
Oh man.
But I don't know. It's fine. I made a lot of other things. I got a lot of other things I regret worse than that.
Must be pretty bad.
That's right. Oh man.
I wanted to talk with you all about like where we're going in the future. 2024, and I know J-Mac, you're in a different spot now than you were, this time last year, because you were going into the whole wanting to have 100K sales on eBay and all that stuff. Huck, you got a whole new year under your belt as being in the hobby, which I think makes a dramatic difference. I'm interested to hear what you guys, what are your sort of plans or things that you're trying to target, or, stuff you're trying to do in 2024. And then we can talk about sort of where, because I feel like even the hobby as a whole is a little bit in flux, just because of we got the whole Topps Fanatics thing looming over Panini and the whole, the craziness that's sort of going on. And then Leaf got sold, and there's a lot of stuff. I feel like it's 2012 again. Like we're getting near where it's when Topps got out and Panini came in, and I feel like we're still in a little bit of turmoil when it comes to all that stuff. But I'm just talking about y'all's, what are your goals? Maybe some of your goals or some of the things that you're seeing, gonna happen in 224 just in general. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know who you want to start. Huck, why don't you start? Tell me.
All right. Yeah, no, it's definitely difficult right now for everyone. Like views are down on every channel across the board. Hobby boxes don't have the top quarterbacks, and you can only do like Prism, Donruss, all this stuff so many times before people get a little tired of it. And so I'm in the camp of it's a bear market. It's like a depression. Just tough it out, grind, make it through this next year when the dust settles, and then when it's new products and new lines of products with Fanatics, I think that'll just everyone will want to see these new products and new designs. And so I really think brighter days are ahead. So now I'm just trying to just work hard on the channel, survive, make it out through the other side of this, the licensing issues and all this stuff, because it definitely sucks buying hobby boxes for football. It sucks. It's not worth it. And Panini doesn't lower the prices. I know, I don't have to buy it, but I'm just focusing more on building subscribers and like-minded people, bringing them into the channel and just making it out over this next year. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to end. I can't predict anything, but I know Fanatics, when it takes over, it'll definitely, I think, mainstream card collecting more and bring a lot more people in, whether the products are good or rigged or whatever. they're definitely going to bring more people in and be more transparent and be better at social media than Panini, who I feel like they don't even try to bring new people into this hobby. I at least think Fanatics will do a better job than them. So yeah, I'm just trying to survive. Just let these two. It's like your parents are fighting. You're just kind of just whatever. Let them duke it out. I'm not taking sides. It is what it is, and so yeah, just trying to make it
sort of like let me know what house I'm staying in this weekend. Right. Yeah. J Mac, what's your thoughts, just in general, personally, in general, 2024?
Yeah, I do want to say though real quick before I get my take there. Just a lot of cool comments, a lot of niceties going on. Dre Diaz, met him in Kansas City. And at Arkansas shows, stuff like that. Cool people. Thanks everyone for the chat. We're not ignoring y'all. We're just we're going to do this round robin gift exchange here. So thanks for everyone commenting in the chat there. And if there's any questions, drop them. We'll get back to you. We're not ignoring you. Just wanted to say that before we move on. So for me, I know like Huck said, and a lot of people that make content say, like football's not all that fun, and it can be, it could be a bloodbath pretty quick, but it's still, I like, because I'm where I'm at, where it's just for me, it's a hobby. I'm just back to being a hobby. I'm going to focus on football and then a little bit of basketball, and I'm not doing baseball anymore. I still got a lot of baseball, and I think I'm gonna try to sell it all as a collection. And I got a lot of good. I got a lot of Bowman colors and all kind of stuff. I just don't have the patience to list it and like do research on it because I don't know those guys as prospects. So if anybody watching the chat wants to maybe take a look at it, I don't know when I'll get around to like taking pictures of it all and stuff like that. I say that I think I'm gonna take down even all my listings on eBay that are baseball. I just don't want to deal with baseball. So,
and is that because it's slower sales, just slower movement?
I don't. It's because I sell a few cards a day. A couple cards a day baseball. But it's just stuff that I was already listed, and then it's like I just don't like baseball. I don't like watching it. I'm not a fan of the sport. Personally, I played it growing up. Every year, and it's like most people. But I don't even get around to even watching the World Series anymore. So
wow.
I just have little interest in it. So that's one of the changes. I mean, matter of fact, probably my biggest purchase ever was a baseball collection. So but when I got into that collection and was trying to sell it, I was like, man, it's just so much work, so much research, so much. So going ahead in the future, I'm just scaling down to just what I really like: baseball, basketball. I mean, football, basketball, and then just get rid of baseball. And then in the future, I mean, I'm like you, Huck. I mean, I think Topps, even they made I jumped over to Twitter today and I saw like there's the Brady commercial out about his cards, with the expos, and they're going to do a good job, man. They're just smart.
They did such a great job with the Brady. The commercial that they put out, that's better than anything Panini's done the last 5 years to reach out and make something go viral and get people to care.
And then did you see the Eli Manning follow up?
Like that's great. That's great. Yeah.
He's in the San Francisco Giants jersey, and he's talking about the Giant rings. What is it? It's a play on the
it was fun. It was fun.
That's great. That's great. So those guys, the hobby's gonna be in a good place once we get back. Can't wait to see some basketball and football Topps chrome.
Oh yeah.
Refractors and imagine that. Black refractors and all that stuff. So that's what I'm really looking forward to is Topps chrome.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm with you a little bit on baseball, but I would say that like I still have a deep I guess a love and appreciation for vintage baseball. In fact, my favorite card that I picked up this year. Hold on, let me see if I got it. All right, I have it. I don't know if you want to. It's this Hank Aaron SGC4.
Damn, look at that thing.
I want to show you how. I'm going to show you how big.
That's a good looking card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just in comparison, if you want to see how big the card is, this is the 1947-66 exhibits. It's the second highest graded across all platforms. But it's like he's like in front of like, I don't know, like a graveyard or something. But it's just like this card is like so cool to me, and I wanted to have like a really nice Hank Aaron card. So like I don't know, like old school baseball, and I know we just had like the huge SGC3 Babe Ruth card that sold for $7.2 million. I'm with you 100%, Jason, on modern baseball. It's really, really tough to get hunkered down on something, even though Bowman Chrome is really kick butt and all that stuff. But it's tough to get into it because I will tell you, I watch a lot in April. I will tell you this, that first month of baseball, and then I'll watch some baseball in October. But throughout the summer, I'm not watching any baseball, to be honest with you. And like you, I don't know too many of my friends who, unless they're really diehard, like Atlanta Brave fans or something like that, you're not watching every single game or even a bunch of them. You're watching a handful throughout the year. So, yeah, I think that does affect your interests and affects baseball interest. But I would tell you, man, I love vintage baseball. Just it's my sweet spot to a degree. I like it a lot, and I like to collect it. So
to your point now, I guess my reference was to like ultra modern baseball because the collection I bought, I got a lot of it. Yeah. If I could find a deal on vintage, I'd still be in vintage. Yeah, because it just doesn't. You can't like, especially if you can ever find. It's hard. It's a real a treasure hunt. If you ever find any vintage that's even in good condition, even if you could get like commons that are like in grade 6, 7 plus.
Yeah.
I mean, those things sell. So I would never rule out if I could find vintage, but everything other than that, baseball wise, that's what I'm referring to. But good point, because I'm holding on to. I got a nice Hank Aaron. I think I got one that graded a 7. It's a post card, like post serial, and a lot of not a lot. I got a few vintage cards that I'm holding on to. Haven't sold and won't sell them. Jim Brown still holding on.
Well, and I picked up a lot of Jim Brown and got it graded this year, too. Yeah. So I got a lot of Jim Brown now too. So I don't know. I'm starting to get a little more into that stuff as a whole, just because like you were saying at the top, when we were initially talking about was just how they're investable, that they hold their value, and that's the bottom line. But like even on that Hank Aaron card, it's like stuff that I aesthetically, like that black and white in front of a graveyard swinging a bat is kind of like just a super cool, like you don't see that nowadays type thing. And I think part of that is because we have so much of the same image that's used on every single card. It just gets under my skin. We do 50 to 60 variations of that same, it's that same image on that card, but it's, 50, 60 parallels. And then you get so sick of seeing that image, you're just like, give me some image variety. So I hope that Fanatics, they start getting back into the day where it was more, you had like 5 different images of or 5 to 10 different images of that rookie. It wasn't just the one where he's swinging the bat and that's it, type thing or something like that. It just gets boring to me. And I think it takes away from, I don't know. I'm just not I'm getting away from also like the color wheel type stuff and things like, collecting the thing, because I'm just tired of looking at the same image, unless it's an image I must really love, and it's usually not. So
there's an occasion, I would say, like, again, with the Bryce Young stuff, just because his stuff's so cheap. I found these, and I started kind of passing to building the rainbow. So if I can find some four man like case hit, like type stuff that I really like, that I like the look of it, and here's one that I started kind of building a rainbow of. It's certified. It's the
Ooh, that's a sweet card.
It's called Franchise Foundations. So that one's to 50.
Whoa.
That one's
Those are really nice.
Who makes those?
It's certified.
Oh, okay.
And there's only, and so I don't know what I think there's only like a couple more I need to finish the rainbow. Well, obviously one of them will be the 101, but let's see.
Yeah, those are clean. I like those.
I want Huck to open up my gift that he's given me.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't even I just kind of have it here. I don't know.
That's fine.
How should I reveal this? Just throw it up there.
Yeah.
All right. Here is your gift. The one of the only good things about the Jets. We have a Garrett Wilson draft day. It's on card.
Oh,
very nice.
One of the only shining things about the Jets right now is this guy. Somehow he still puts up like really good numbers in fantasy, and I just imagine with Aaron Rodgers, he is going to be insane. Top 5 in the league.
Look, I'll take on card. That's the magic word there. On card. I'll take an on card auto any day. And that's the only jet. Look, that's the only present jet that I would want. So
yeah, right. That's what I figured. Yeah. So yeah,
nice.
Garrett Wilson. I'll send it out. There he is.
Yeah. So for clarity, that's Huck's gift to Josh.
Yes.
You were waiting on it and shipping to get shipped to you, right?
Yeah, it took 2 weeks to get here from Arizona. I don't know how, but yeah, here it is. It's really nice looking, and on card, Garrett Wilson. He is very good. I ever since Rodgers got hurt, week 1, I've had such a hard time bringing myself to start him in fantasy, but I regret it every week because he still somehow puts up really good numbers. Like this last week, against Houston, I think he had a really good game. So,
get him the ball. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
So
yep.
All right, go ahead. I was gonna say, Huck, go ahead and rip yours up. Rip yours.
All right. Let's do it.
We're coming up on an hour. We try to keep it pretty close to an hour.
So this gift is from J Mac to Huck.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have a $25 limit.
Ooh, it's a slab.
Okay.
Oh man. Here we go. Let's get this open. Oh, let's go. Yes. My man Tua. Tua Tagovailoa. PSA 10. And absolute, I know, is not easy to get a 10 on. Am I right?
I graded it myself too again. And I think that's the first sweet. Absolute. I think that's the first, because I've graded a bunch of the Burrow, the Herbert, the Hurt. I think that's the first 10 I ever got on. It's just a base, right? But they're hard.
But no, I know it's hard to get a 10 on it. I've never even tried because, everything is. Yeah, no, it's a sharp card. Thank you, man.
And I know you're Florida, Miami.
Yeah. But Tua's my guy. I'm ride or die with Tua.
Cool.
I'm all in on Tua.
Very nice.
So thank you.
One more gift left. Go ahead. This is my gift to J Mac.
Yeah. But holding on this one. Let's see. So here we go. I'll rip this one open.
Hey, before you open it, I want to say something on this. There's 5 cards in there. There's 45 players who have played for the Jets and the Panthers, and I put one of those cards in there and only one of them, that was their whole career, Panthers Jets, and it was from one of my favorite sets. So it's like there's a throwback card and numbered throwback card in there that I want you to know that I picked it because he only played for the Panthers and the Jets, and that's our connection. So.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna throw it on a solo here. All right, so right off the bat, there's a Keekly. Is that a honeycomb? There you go. Hey, I don't have any of that. I don't have any honeycombs as far as.
Well, you do now.
There goes a Keekly. That's a bad card right there. I love that. And then my man Steve Smith, Agent 89.
Ooh, that's
Ice
cool.
Up, son.
That's the X Fractor.
Love
X-Fractor. That's awesome. And then Unsung Hogs, Chris Johnson.
Chris Jenkins. Yeah, Chris Jenkins. Yeah.
Did he play? Is this the guy?
Yes. Played for the Jets, both in their Super Bowl run. I mean, Jets AFC Championship run, and then Panthers Super Bowl run. He was, big clog in those things. So, but he's only played for the Jets and the Panthers. So,
okay, I love that. That's cool, and it's numbered 1250.
Yep.
And then a couple of numbered Brady's here. I don't know if you can see that shine on this one. This is cool. This was numbered to 460. It's a score. But it's I don't know what you call it, parallel. That's a beauty. Any numbered Brady is awesome. So, and then this one is Illusions, the 499. So there you go.
Yeah, you said you said you wanted some Tampa Bay Brady, so I figured I'd get you some numbered.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Add those to the Brady PC. They'll be in the PC forever there, and all these will be. That's awesome. Love the honeycomb. That is really cool, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, racked up. Is there any more? Everybody's open to everything?
Everybody's open to all the stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
So, well,
sweet.
Yep.
Sweet. Appreciate you all in the chat, too.
So, I mean, how would you guys – did you guys like that? Because this is new to y'all, so.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, no, it was fun going to shows, but I had those graded, and I went to a show, and I was like, and I was kind of waffling, and I was like, I'm gonna give them, because I already had them set aside, the Brady for you, Josh, and the tour for Huck. But I went to a show, and it was fun too, looking at the show. But I was like, for the price range, I was like, the PSA 10s were probably, so it was fun. It was fun just going to shows, having that kind of in the back of your mind too,
Yeah.
Well, I don't always think about that. Especially too, like with kids and stuff at shows, I'm always thinking like, if, especially when it's setting up as a deal, or like if a kid's kind of like circling the room for a couple hours and he's like looking for a particular player or card, like if I come in contact with a card, I like to buy it and give it to a kid. So it's sort of that type of, I think if you start thinking about others, it helps just your whole mentality. It gives you that feeling in general, just being, a good feeling in the hobby in my mind. So don't ever stop doing that and just thinking, about people in general. So, and I know me and Huck, and the same thing too. Like I sent you Jason last year, just some stuff, Panther stuff. I just, the little happies throughout the year, from different people, and Huck, he knows this, like I even on my channel, like I have people just randomly email me and say they're going to send me stuff. Like that is some of the craziest. That's the good stuff of this hobby. You know what I mean? When you got people that are just like, hey, look, I saw your video, but you know what? I want to send you this, and you don't have to do anything. And I'm just like, that's the stuff, man. It just hits you hard when people are that caring and about things. So I don't know. Yeah. I just wanted to end something on a good hobby note that, a lot of the stuff that you see content wise, at least if you are watching YouTube, maybe not the most positive stuff, but there is a boatload personally of positive stuff that exists in this hobby. And I can tell you just from my standpoint, I'm always trying to help people. Like I'm trying to help Huck all the time, trying to help all my other friends, like everybody just needs help. I'm not a perfect. I'm not the master. I'm always learning every day too. So I think as part of the journey too, is if you're open, keep your mind open to learning all the time about things and people and cards and this, that, and the other, that's how you grow. When you start closing yourself off to that stuff, that's when, I think the hobby eats you alive, to be honest with you. And you sort of get rid of everything and shut the door and you're done. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to ever be like that.
Yeah. Never make it all about dollars and cents. I think that's the big thing, because like you said, it's a great community. It really is, and it's a way for, for a lot of people to just escape some of the things going on in life, so great. It's a great hobby. I mean, like I said, I've been a bit disconnected. My priorities have shifted in life and things, but even like I said before, I came back in during COVID, like most people, I still always was buying things I liked for over the decades. So, so I think the hobby will always, no matter where I am as far as like content creation or set up at shows and things. But I think I'll always be in the hobby in some facet. You know what I mean?
Hey, I want to do one last thing too, because in the last live stream we did, we talked about cracking and resubmitting cars. And I remember this was a PSA 6 that I cracked out. This Tom Brady game worn out of 250, 2005 Donruss. Now an SGC 9.5. So I just wanted to sort of, someone watching both live streams can say, hey, whatever happened to that? It got into an SGC holder, and
I hate
6 to 9.5. Yeah.
I think they make those shirts, Jason. I think they make those shirts, but look, it's like you said. Now look, at the beginning of the year, and I'll never forget when you said this was PSA is Walmart. You don't like going there. You don't like dealing with the people. But they got the best deals and they have the best return on what you're buying. And that's it. That's how you got to do it.
Well, I picked up this one. I don't know. It's a Bryce Young because I'm building the rainbow. And I don't know. I mean, and this is one I've been working on this rainbow for a while. This is the Bowman First, Bryce Young. And I picked this up. It's a PSA 8. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to crack it because all the rest of them are in SGC. And Bowman's only like $10 right now through SGC, through the end of the year. So I got this for like $20 because it's an 8, but it's numbered to 100. And like to buy this, like everyone who's got it listed raw, not graded, it's like $100. I got it for $20 because it's a PSA 8. But I guarantee, I'm like you. I think this will get at least a 9, maybe a 9.5. I don't see anything wrong. I might get a 10. PSA is just dumb.
I was gonna say if we gave the next hour to Huck, he could go on and on about PSA.
Oh, I got screwed by them so bad recently. Oh my goodness.
PSA's dumb. They're the worst. They're the worst grading company in the world, but they sell for the most. They just sell for the most. That's all.
It's very, very weird. It's a really, really odd thing that I'm not as versed in history as to how they rose to the top, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's weird. There's some guy posted on Twitter. He had a LeBron Chrome rookie, and they got a 6. Like, look at it, guys. He's like, why did they get a 6? I just said, because it's PSA, man. I said, if you want accurate grading, send it to SGC. That's the truth. That is the one thing I've learned. Like, if you really like SGC, they don't sell for as much, blah blah blah, but they're just accurate. They're just a good company.
Yeah.
PSA sells for the most. Yeah, I know. We all know. But SGC is just accurate. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, and actual customer service. So push comes to shove. So.
Yeah. So I'd rather have my PC and my personal collection in SGC. Just I don't even care. I mean, like I said, it's going to be long term anyway. It don't matter. End of the day. And if it's a good enough card of a good enough player long term, like all my Steph Currys, like I got a couple of them. They're numbered to like 300 or less. Steph Curry rookies. No one's gonna care in 20 years if it's a PSA or SGC if it's graded. You know, it won't matter as much 20 years later.
I agree. Yeah. I'm with you on that. The only thing I would say I really wish that I wish SGC would go back to. I don't want to, take them too much time. I really want to get back to. I would love for them to start doing auto authentication. If they did that, they would have so much more of my business, because as you know, like J-Mac and Huck, like I did a lot of collecting on card and stuff, things like that I would get authenticated through PSA, and some when SGC stopped doing that. But man, that would be a game changer if they could start doing that again. As a whole, because I do not like submitting, the like any type of, something to get that I get autographed on a card to be going through PSA authentic only, type thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, Huck will be putting up a video soon, probably soon, about some of his trials and tribulations of PSA. But but it is what it is, and that's the bottom line.
Well, I got a stack over here that, I've been waiting for these stupid rollout reveals, PSA they're doing this holiday thing, and I'm waiting. I'm like, when's the $10, $12 one coming? It's coming. It's probably the last week. So I got a stack. I mean, I'll still submit to the evil empire, but I don't like them.
Yeah, nothing you could do. But yeah, SGC, like when I go to card shows and I just see other people, everyone to get comps on cards is always using apps to scan things, and SGC just has no integration, no QR code or anything like that.
Yeah, that would be a game changer. I agree with you.
It definitely hurts them. Like there are times I definitely have gotten lazy and just like, man, I don't want to go through eBay and scroll and find when this card last sold and all this stuff. And when, other apps, you could just scan PSA and instantly you have its entire history. It's like they really should do that. That would, I think that would boost them a lot.
Yeah, they got there's a lot of little things that they're missing the market on, and that's the reason they're PSA because I mean there's a bunch of just different little like the tickets and all. There's a bunch of little things
that
can be great.
That registry.
The registry. There's a lot of like in the big scheme of things that they're but they're still very respected and growing and haven't lost any like respectability through any of the ups and downs of the markets and hobby. And so I think like their trajectory is good, So
and the opposite is for Beckett. Beckett's the opposite.
Yeah, they're trending. They've been trending down for a long time. The SEC is trending up. PSA just keeping market share. So that's why I don't feel like it's a waste of time or money to submit the SEC if it's something truly long term. I think you'd be probably just about as good submitting to something you want to keep long term in SEC as you would PSA. PSA's got a potential to go down, where SEC's got a long term trend up.
There's no place for PSA but to go down. Right. They're already at the top, so you can't go higher than what there are. You can't get higher than 1.2 million cards a month that they're grading. I just feel like there's going to be a balance. It's not going to ever come down to PSA doing 500,000 cards or less, but I do feel like it will eventually come down, and SGC will eat up a little bit, tick tick tick, and sort of stay like that bond metaphor in terms of we'll always be pumping out 130 to 150,000 cards of graded a month.
Because they're not ignorant to the like Pete over there. They're not ignorant to what they like. They know they need a set registry. They know they need all those things, but they're just trying to do it like
step by step. Yep.
Step by step. So it'll happen. It's just it's just people are Huck knows. I mean he deals in ripping, so like people are just they have no patience, right? So
that'll be me. Yeah,
that's his middle name.
Not you, but people that only rip, and like you're trying to sell your card, like yesterday, right? Because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. It's just the way the market is. Yeah, if you're ripping. Man, I really learned from it was either the last live stream we did or the one before about just talking about new sets coming out and the last one just being phased out. But it's so true. Like a CJ Stroud, I just did Donruss Blasters and a CJ Stroud just base rookie is going for like $20, and like why would I grade that and get it back from PSA in 2 months and it'll be still worth $20 even in a 10, or if I just held that card for a year after Optic and Prism come out, no one's gonna want a Donruss paper. So for ripping, like it's so difficult to want to hold and grade something unless it's like really special short print case hit, like you said. But
did you sell that Bryce Young?
Everything? Yeah, no, I sold that probably a week after I pulled it for like. I forget, it was like $650 or $700, something like
on
$650
on eBay.
$650 on eBay. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just wanted wanted to get rid of it because it's mosaic.
And what is that card now? What is that card now?
Probably half, maybe less.
I would say.
And then when optic and prism come out, it'll be a quarter to a tenth of that. So, it's hard ripping right now to want to hold anything. There's so many sets coming out, and especially Wembanyama. I hit a red ice draft picks Wembanyama prism. I sold it for $105. And Anthony Edwards red ice prism draft picks is selling for $3 right now. So why would you want to grade or hold anything like that? It's hard. I've just learned just get rid of things as fast as you can. And it helps going to shows too. You go walk around at shows, you will not see a lot of, you'll see just optic prism, maybe some Donruss case hits out of mosaic, but you won't. There's a lot of sets. You just illusions. You could hit a great illusions card. It's not going to hold its value. It just isn't. I've just learned, just rip and just ship. That's it. Just
rip and ship.
But that's helped a lot. It's been really good because I try to get products instantly, right when it comes out, and then when you sell it, you get maximum value, and it's never. 99% of products, if you sell stuff the week of release, no matter how good the person is, it's not going to go back to the initial hype. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So.
All right, gents. Well,
go
ahead. No.
I was going to add one last thing, at least on the ripping component of things.
Yeah.
I do want to add one note. I would love to see a progression to in my mind, and it looks like Fanatics is at least got the platform set up to do it, but I mean, or has the idea or concept of what they're going to do, but sort of I want it to be legalized or breaking as a whole. I want there to be more structure put in place if possible when it comes to newer products, when it comes down to card breaking. It's not a new concept. Look, I forget what Cards Affinity was the first person ever break on YouTube back in 2007. So it's not card breaking as a whole and ripping and hasn't been a thing since that. But I would like to see some because it is in my mind illegal, to a large degree illegal gambling in a sense.
Yeah.
And I would like to see a lot more structure placed around a lot of that stuff. Moving forward, and getting away from the youth of our hobby, buying into breaks and talking about all that stuff and, and sort of going in debt in my mind to risk it all for something that's, they realistically don't even have a shot at hitting, type stuff. So that's the one major thing I would love to see, changed. And it's sort of evolved too over the past 16 years of breaking and things like that. But I would like to see a lot more stuff, structure-wise put in for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd be glad to see Panini, go away. So that's just, I mean, they makes, yeah, we did. But that's all good. Well, I think Aretha Franklin said, I'll go back and watch the whole thing. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. That's all I was gonna say. Is end it off and say Merry Christmas. Thanks for kicking this off, and let's keep it going year to year.
Absolutely, Jay. Hey, I appreciate you hosting as always, and doing this, and I appreciate Huck. Just very thankful and blessed. Y'all are, get to talk with y'all. It's consider it an honor.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hope you and the family have a good one, and we'll catch up soon. We'll stay in contact and text. Okay.
Absolutely, man. Deuces.
Thanks everyone for joining. Deuces. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right. Oh, there's Huck.
Oh, what's he go?
I'm sorry, my laptop died. I really apologize for that.
That's all good, man.
I'm on my phone. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I thought it was fully charged, and then I forgot. I didn't realize we were doing this for that long. It felt like we've been on for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I look up. It was like, oh my goodness! And then my laptop just died. I apologize.
Oh no, we were just saying Merry Christmas and saying that
we closed it out.
Closing out.
Yeah, no. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much. And I got to look again through all these shacks. I didn't want to take too much time away from the stream, but man, this one is so sweet. This EX Skybox. This one, man, I'm in love with this one. But thank you guys so much for the gifts. And yeah, 10. I don't know how you even get a 10 on Absolute. I didn't even think that was possible. But that's really cool. Thank you guys so much.
Well, let's do it again next year. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
All right. All right, gents.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See y'all.